Hey everyone, GoBot here back today with a brand new post-game show video for Madden 20 franchise with the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys finally back in the win column with a tight one, 34-29 over the Chiefs on the road in Week 15. As you see the Cowboys, a suspect first and third quarter, but strong 10-point performances in the second and the fourth. Were able to outlast the Chiefs, who ran out of time literally there at the last second. Cowboys were outgained offensively, outpassed offensively, but we outrushed and outdid them with the first downs by one. Red zone percentages, we were 83% to their 80. The big difference there is you see the flip. They had 3 field goals and 1 touchdown to our 4 touchdowns and 1 field goal. And that made up the huge difference here in this football game. As you see Mahomes over 400 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, no picks, sacked 5 times. Dak, 311 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick, sacked just 1 time. Rushing-wise, Zeke, 25 carries, 157 yards, and 2 touchdowns, while Perrine had 103 yards on 14 carries with 1 touchdown on the ground. Receiving-wise, 2 guys over 100 yards, Kelsey, 102 with a touchdown, Gallup, 102 with no touchdowns, Watkins, 85 yards, Cooper, 80 yards with a touchdown, Zeke Elliott, 4 catches, 44 yards, and a touchdown. What a game all in all for these guys out there today. Defensively, top tacklers, Thornhill, Tyrann Mathieu, and Jalen Smith, all with 11 tackles, led the way today. Tackle for a loss leader is Xavier Woods with 2. Sack leader out there, we had 5 guys, all with just 1 sack each. And then the 1 pick came from Tyrann Mathieu in the end zone for a 16-yard return. So those are the stats for today's game as the Cowboys prevail with a victory. Let's go ahead and advance to Week 16 as we get ready for our home stretch with Week 16 and 17 against the Giants and the Broncos. The Cowboys back in the win column as we look forward to see the news around the league. And we'll see exactly why is it taking so long. Good Lord. It never takes this long to simulate. This is kind of driving me crazy. But like I was saying, the Cowboys back in the driver's seat if the Bears, lost their game. So let's see what happened here around the league. The Bears are still winning. They're on a 2-game win streak with 2 weeks left to play. So the Cowboys need for the Bears to get beat for us to be able to flip-flop over them and get the number 1 seed. Let's go ahead and division by division. The AFC North led right now by the 10-4 Bengals, who get back in the win column as the Browns are still staying steady on their heels on their 3-game win streak in the AFC North. The South right now led by the 10-4 Texans, but the Colts. The Texans at 9-5 are still staying the pace, just 1 game back behind the Colts. The AFC East is right now led by the 8-6 Bills, but do not wait. The Jets right there at 7-7, trying to pick up off the heels of the Bills, who have not been playing so great. The 10-4 Broncos gain a game in the advantage in the West against the Chiefs, as the Chiefs just lost the game to the Cowboys, so the Broncos get a little bit more separation with just 2 weeks left to play. Now to the NFC, the Bears at 12-2, of course, have already won the division, but we need for them to get beat in the next 2 weeks, and the Cowboys take care of business if we want to jump them as the number 1 seed. The South is right now tied atop with the Saints and Falcons, but the Panthers at 8-5-1 are still right there in this contest. Anything can happen with these 3 teams in the next 2 weeks. It's going to be fun to watch that the NFC South situation. Not much to look at here in the East. Of course, the Cowboys at 11-3 doing our business, but the Redskins, Giants, and Eagles all just freaking garbage. They're terrible. And then, of course, in the West, the 7-7 49ers somehow are a playoff team right now if it began today. But the Cardinals are right there just in case the 49ers decide to falter. But they've lost 4 games in a row, so we'll see what happens there in that division. Now, let's get to the stats around the NFL, as Dak is now the number 1 touchdown, or number 1 passer yards-wise in the NFL. As we're still a top 10 defense. Zeke is a top rusher in the league and top touchdown man in the league. And then Amari Cooper jumps up now to 3rd in the NFL in receiving yards, still 1st in touchdowns receiving. So let's go ahead. Let's look at some of the other Cowboys on this list. Dak's maybe going to be another 1,000-yard rusher for a second year running. Cooper leading our team. Cobb over 716 yards. Gallup going to be a 700-yard receiver. Zeke, we have a chance. Jarwin doing pretty well as well. So good to see those Cowboys doing their thing here for us in the NFL. Let's go to the NFL leaders overall as we look at, first off, passing. So Dak, the number 1 passer in the league by over almost 200 yards. Touchdown man in the league right now is still Jacoby Brissett with 35 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Followed by him is the rookie for the Giants, Travis Ford, Andrew Luck, Matt Ryan, Brinkler, Haskins Jr., and Phillip Rivers. Dak is still leading the league in the most picks this year, followed by Wentz, Haskins Jr., Jackson, Stafford, and Rodgers. Top rusher in the league is Ezekiel Elliott, over 1,300 yards rushing, 16 touchdowns, which puts him at the top of the NFL by 4 over Le'Veon Bell and Markel Sims. Receiving-wise, Doxson and Adams are nudging out Cooper right now for the top yardage guys in the NFL. Cooper, though, with 11 touchdowns, that ties him atop with 11 with Cole and Adams. Defensively in the NFL, the top tackler in the league is still Jalen Smith with 132 tackles this year, 18 tackles for a loss, which currently puts him third in the league, tied with Van Der Esch, behind Donald and Allen. Top sack man in the league, no one closer, but it's a 35 man there with DeMarcus Lawrence leading the NFL with the sack machine. Kyle Fuller has 6 picks this year. That leads all of football. And that's it for y'all for the stats across the league. As the Cowboys are now getting ready for this contest, we're going to go ahead and do our weekly training. Getting ready for Saquon Barkley and that rookie quarterback for the Giants. Their second matchup at home this time, thankfully. And a game that, again, we can't take it for granted. And of course, we saw with the Redskins, they were a team we thought we could handle fairly easily when they beat us by 2 scores. So, I mean, you can't ever take anybody for granted in this league. Cowboys looking at our scouting coming across here. Of course, we got some guys we know could fill in a jiffy if we ever need them to. I do want to go ahead and look at some receivers because we are having 2 receivers, leave us this year. Because of free agency. So we need some depth receiver-wise, and right now I'm not seeing a ton of true threats. Right now, a lot of undrafted stuff. I'm not liking what I'm seeing here. Let's see the top guys. Marcus Taylor, is he a true guy? He is. Early first round. Von Morris, late first round. What about you, Brewer? 4th round talent, not good. And 3rd round talent. So we're looking at the receivers. You see a couple guys right there. There's this 4th round guy. He said he's a 1st round slot receiver. Cam Burke, he's on our list. Of course, I want to show you real quick, just in all, our total draft board that we have starred. So right now, Cam Burke, 4th round talent, or 4th round draft choice, but is a 1st round talent. Another wide receiver there is a 5th round guy. Say he's a 3rd round pick. Same with Hillhouse and Nixon. Tight end is a 1 round ahead. This is a big one right here for strong safety, 5th round. But he says his 2nd round guy, Trey Knox, keeping an eye on him. Another free safety here, 4th round. They say he's a 2nd round talent. Middle linebacker here, 4th round. They say he's a 2nd round talent. Defensive tackle, 5th round. Say he's a 3rd round talent. So we're keeping an eye on those 10 guys for this upcoming draft. We'll see if any of those will be guys that we can sign on this team in the draft coming up. But the Cowboys getting ready for the 4-10 Giants coming in at home, as we're still huge favorites in this matchup. But we'll see that coming up later in this week. So if you enjoyed today's post-game show for this Madden franchise, please help me out. Hit that thumbs up button. Comment down below. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you're notified when I go live. And feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. But thank you all, as always, for tuning in for another Madden episode. And I'll see you all back here in the next video. Y'all take it easy.